Well, as the Taliban moves towards creating a formal government, how many other nations around the world might recognise this new administration in Kabul? Pakistan has hinted that recognition may come in line with international consensus. Could others follow? It's a question I put to Ahmad Shah Katawazai, a former diplomat with the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan under President Ashraf Ghani.
Pakistan, of course, they have a key role. They have influence over the Taliban, and they have been supporting the Taliban from the past 20 years. If they recognize the Taliban government, there will be other countries. They might also tilt towards that end because, of course, every country has its own interests. But for with the European Union and the United States, they have certain demands. Their recognition will be conditions-based. They want an inclusive government, and also they want to see a moderate government, not like the one that the Taliban had in the 90s.
So what are the chances of that? Do you think the Taliban will form a more inclusive style of government this time round?
So far, the Taliban have been very smart on that with their PR strategy and Stratcom. They have been saying that they are working on an inclusive government where every Afghan can see themselves in that government. But it has been more than a week that there has been no substantial progress on that. Common Afghans, they still have that suspicion in their mind. They have been saying that they are working on an inclusive government, but practically we don't see any substantial progress on that side.
What about resistance from inside the country, Mr. Katawazai? The Northern Alliance still has some support in the Panjshir Valley, and they're looking for international support as well from countries like France. Do you think there's a possibility still of some elements of a civil war continuing?
Afghans are tired of the war. We have been in the war for more than 4 decades. And regarding the Panjshir resistance, I don't think that will work because already the country is in the Taliban hand. Currently, we don't see any chances of that resistance will succeed. Why? Because already Taliban have taken over all the country. They are already at the gates of Panjshir. They have besieged the province, and they have high morale at this time. And most importantly, they have a lot of resources, the resources that were provided to the NDSF by the international community, and particularly the United States. Currently, those resources are at the hands of the Taliban, majority of those resources. So in this situation, when they have high morale, they have besieged the province, it will be far difficult for the resistance to continue.